There's been a lot of debate about what she said. I've watched it 1,000 times. I'm positive. She said, "Mia, he's back."
You're listening to Scotty and Andrew, and this is Fun with Horror.
Hello, friends with horror. It's me, Andrew.
And it's me, Scotty.
And welcome to episode 178 of Fun with Horror. We are the most wholesome horror movie podcast where? In the entire world. Maybe even in the entire universe. I don't know. But this is a podcast where two long-distance best friends stay in touch by giving each other horror movies to watch and then discuss them not only for us, but for you as well.
And last episode, I got to pick our next movie, and I picked the scariest movie of 2025, Shelby Oaks. Once again, that's our quote. It was in the previews. We're famous, you know. We're just a big-time podcast. But stay tuned to the end of this episode to hear what young Andrew will pick for our next movie.
Oh,
but until then...
young.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, buddy. Look at you.
No,
Hi.
I would rather look at you.
You stop that.
I get to see this beautiful face all day, every day, but I never get to see that beautiful face.
You stop. I love the confidence. Gosh. And you should. Look at you. Gorgeous.
You know what? It wasn't really confidence.
Oh.
What it was is that I knew that if I said something self-deprecating, that you would come back and you'd say, "That's a beautiful face," and you'd shower compliments on me. So I was just preempting you.
Oh, thanks, man. You're making my life. You're making it a lot easier for me to do this podcast. I'll say that, you know?
Yeah, you know, I handle the compliments for you. It's what we do. It's how we help each other.
Oh, look at us. This is why people use us in trailers. So
that's right. You know what I love more than people using us in trailers?
What do you love?
Our listeners.
Yeah.
Buddy, oh my God. So after like a couple of episodes of us lamenting the fact that people hadn't commented on Spotify in a bit.
Right.
We've got a deluge, if you will.
Wow. Look at that.
Of Spotify comments.
Wow. A deluge. That's one I'm going to have to start using. I just say we got lots and lots.
Yeah, that's a good one too. So I remember a long time ago when I was a little kid and I went to Epcot Center in Florida and they had the Living Seas. And before you went into the actual, like the ride part of it, there was this movie. And I'll never forget it because they talked about how the oceans were created and whatnot. And there was all this torrential rains. And I remember the narrator of this movie said, "And then the deluge." And I've loved that word ever since, even though it's the first time I've ever used it on this podcast.
It's a great word, man. It is a great word. I love that. And I love that you remember that. That's a core memory. That word is a core memory.
It is. But hey, we've got some comments to read, so let's get to this real quick.
Yes.
We've got a new friend, and this is Audrey. Audrey commented on our As Above, So Below episode. Popular episode, by the way.
Yeah, man.
She says, religious horror is my third favorite genre, and enclosed spaces are right behind eyes on my creepy scale, so I naturally love this. I wasn't expecting them to literally journey through hell, but I picked up on it immediately when they saw La Taupe. I couldn't catch everything on one watch, but I was obsessed and watched many videos about this film. Also, this reminds me of those Christian horror houses where people acted out hell's torment to scare kids. Fitting that there's no happy ending.
Oh, Great
Buddy,
comment.
do you know about these Christian horror houses?
I don't. I really don't. But they sound really awful. I'll be honest.
I want a horror movie about these horror houses.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I feel like some stuff could be done with this.
But I guess what Audrey was saying is that there are these houses where Christians scare kids by showing them hell's torments or something to scare them into Christianity.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes.
Yikes.
So
okay.
Audrey is very much against religion. So
all right.
Yeah. Now, we read these on the air, and it's mainly, a lot of this is for you, buddy, because
Thank you.
I read these a lot of times when people post them, and then I respond to them
Yeah.
as you and me. I've already kind of conversed with Audrey a little bit about this one, but yeah.
Love it.
What's our next comment, buddy?
And I'm going to have you say their name because I know I'll butcher it.
Well, to me, it looks like Sheoxus.
That's okay. Sheoxus. That's a great name. I did not want to mess it up.
New
Sheoxus.
friend.
New friend Sheoxus. Hi, Sheoxus. They said, great episode, you two.
Wait. What? Which episode is this?
Oh, this is about Tourist Trap. Our first episode. Oh, I love that. And it says, great episode, you two. I just found your podcast while looking for something new to listen to, and I'm glad I did. I'm a big fan of the vibes of this show and plan to listen to the whole backlog of reviews for things I've seen. Love that. Thank you.
Yes.
As for the episode, I'm a huge fan of Full Moon Charles Band Productions, so I'm glad that you like the movie. You two should totally cover Evil Bong from the same production company sometime. Somehow I both hate and love that movie at the same time. Best wishes, CJ. I love that. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, CJ.
Thank you, CJ. That is awesome. Yeah, I've never seen Evil Bong. I've always seen the cover, but I've never seen it.
I have also never seen Evil Bong.
Awesome. Look at that.
But you know what? That's a coincidence because something I wanted to bring up during this intro, and I'll do it right now since CJ here mentioned it, Tourist Trap. So everybody who has listened to our podcast knows that for a long time, our sound bites were recorded by us putting our iPhone microphones up against speakers and just recording sound bites that way. Because we were young and dumb and full of rage.
That's right. A lot of rage back then. Ooh.
Boy, angry with horror, right?
Really? Yeah. My gosh. How we got people to listen to us? I don't know. So much rage.
Anyway, so I've always, the sound bites are like that. There were some other techniques I've learned in editing. So I've taken it upon myself to go back because I'm not going to get too technical here. Anyway, I've taken it upon myself to go back, starting with the very first episode, and to kind of just remaster them.
Nice.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking the sound bites that we used, and I'm re-recording them so that they sound better, so that they're better recordings of the sound bites than just holding a microphone to a speaker.
Yes.
And I'm also taking a tiny bit of time just to tighten up the episodes, take out a few ums and ahs, that we do.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So, Tourist Trap is already finished. It's been re-uploaded. If you go to our Tourist Trap episode, our very first episode, it's a remastered episode. And if you see any episodes where the description starts with the word remastered, then those are episodes that I have redone.
Awesome. And when you say remastered, just so people know, we aren't putting CGI in place of the practical effects we used during these.
Right. We're keeping the practical effects.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some will get that joke. Some will be like, "What? That's weird."
I don't even get it. So, Andrew is obviously some.
Oh, it's a Star Wars reference when they remastered them and did all CG instead of all those great practical effects.
Star Wars. So, next comment. So, we have a bunch of comments here by Audrey, and we have another one here. She commented on The Thing John Carpenter's The Thing. She said, there is no horror movie that I can put above The Thing, Carpenter's. Special effects are my heart, and no one can top a good movie with spectacular effects. Speaking of CGI versus... What a segue, buddy, and you had no idea.
No idea. That was perfect. And what a great comment. Thank you, Audrey.
Audrey's favorite movie is John Carpenter's The Thing, or horror movie.
I mean, that's a great choice. Hard one to beat, I'll be honest. And Audrey left us another comment, but this is about The Thing prequel. Yeah, prequel. It says, I just need the 80s special effects cut. And I agree.
Again, so topical because we're talking about CGI versus special effects or practical effects. And we talked about it during that episode that they had recorded or filmed. We're recording. They filmed.
Yeah.
They filmed a bunch of the creature effects with practical effects, but then used CGI instead.
Yeah, that's right.
So Audrey continues. We're continuing with Audrey here. She also commented on Oculus. Now, Andrew, this is fun because you did not do this episode with me.
I did not do this one.
Chuddle the Pod guest hosted this episode with me.
Yeah.
Audrey said, just like you relive a memory by looking at a picture, I think when they look at their younger selves / flashbacks, the house makes them physically and mentally relive them. All the while, it's hypnotizing them while they look. The moment they look at the mirror as grown-ups, they're under its spell.
Ooh, I like that.
I do too.
I like that.
That's yeah. See, that makes me want to rewatch the movie.
Well, there you go. I need to.
Yes, because when you saw it before, it you didn't care for it. You
Right.
did not think you were a Mike Flanagan fan. And now,
That's right.
after seeing some other movies and TV shows, you have considered yourself a Flanagan.
I do. I even like the movies he produces. Wink.
Wink. Oh,
Stay tuned for this.
spoilers.
episode.
Jeez.
Sorry.
What's next, buddy? We got more comments. Let's keep going.
Yes, the next comment is again from our new friend Sheoxis, or CJ, and it's for the movie. Oh man, it's cut off on mine. What is it for, buddy?
It is The Empty Man.
Thank you. Mine just shows the M. I could have probably guessed.
Me too, but I'm good at Wheel of Fortune.
You are, and I'm not. But it says, I need to give this a rewatch. I remember the ending ruining the movie for me, and I remember key moments of the amazing opening segment you discussed, but I can't remember much of the middle at all. My cousin and I get together to watch horror very often. I'm a 31-year-old horror maniac, and he's a 23-year-old I'm introducing to the horror genre, and your review sold me on introducing this to him in the near future. That is a great comment. I love that.
That is a huge compliment to us, too.
Yeah. My gosh. Thank you.
And,
Wow.
you know, the funny thing is that that's another movie that I need to go back and rewatch because I haven't watched it since we did the episode. And
Yeah, same.
this is not the first person that has given us a review or a comment that found or listened to the Empty Man episode and really liked it.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's when we were like young and stupid.
Back in the old days.
Yeah.
I also love Shoxus or CJ. I love that you are introducing your cousin to the horror genre. I think that's wonderful. That's beautiful. I will say the people we've talked to and the people we've met that are such horror fans, just the best. Honestly, just the best. So I love that you're introducing your cousin to this. So welcome to the fold.
Next comment is another new friend. This is Goon Dynasty Reborn. It says Reborn in parentheses.
It does.
Maybe I should call our old episodes after I re-edit them. I should call them Reborn.
Ooh, I like that.
Anyway, this is a simple, short comment. This person listened to our first A Serbian Film episode. And Goon Dynasty said, feel bad for y'all.
Hey, I think a lot of people did. So,
but remember, don't feel bad for me because I actually like cats.
And you know what? Go listen to the episode.
What's our next comment?
Our next comment is from our friend, Ross Chopkins17, who commented on one of our newer episodes, It 2017. And it's a shorter comment that just says, Happy New Year's, buddies. And Happy New Year's to you too, Ross Chopkins. Thank you.
Ross Chopkins. Happy
Ross
New Year,
Chopkins.
buddy. In February.
Yeah, we're a little late to the game. Hey.
But that's because we record early.
That's very true. That is very true.
Next, our good friend Amanda Colashaw. She commented on our It Chapter 1 episode. And she said, I pass a drive-in on my way to work. I saw the garage slideshow scene every night for over a month because one of the screens faces the freeway. Nothing like a clown jump scare to start your day.
Oh, that's awesome. That's the dream.
I know. It's like we commented back and forth. You know, she brings up the great point that, yeah, you see spoilers for movies, right?
Totally. Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, how cool is it that as you're driving home from work, you get to see scenes of movies? That is cool.
I love, man, I wish there were more drive-ins in the world. We have one here, thank goodness. It's awesome. But there needs to be more. They're so much fun. I love them.
And they should all be next to freeways so that they cause accidents.
Well, hold on now.
Can you imagine? So that was an R-rated movie at this drive-in.
Oh, that's true, huh? Yeah.
Can you imagine them showing a movie with naked people and like you're driving down the freeway and there's like somebody's beans and rice and that'd be amazing.
That would be. I know there'd be some like kids in the back of the car that are like, "Oh, wait, something's awoken."
Hey, we have one last comment. Let's do this.
Yes. This is from Nikki666, who we love dearly, Nikki. And it says, for the It, of course, Chapter 1, 2017, there's a couple emojis at the beginning of a clown, a cake, and an exclamation point, and it says, "In till the end, friends." I love that.
You know what's funny is we ask our listeners that sometimes if they're listening all the way till the end to say something to prove that they listen to it.
Right.
And then I completely forgot that we said it. So then people are like, I love a clown on a cake, wink. And I'm like, what does that mean? But then I remember, oh, yeah, we said for people to say that.
Yeah. Yep.
So there you go.
I love it. Thank you, Nikki.
You know what I like to do? I like to go to the beach. And you know what I like to pick up out of the sand?
What's that?
A shell. Shelby Oaks.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't think of anything else.
That's a tough one, man. That's a hard one. Yeah.
But hey, segue.
Ta-da!
It was the day of that awful riot. A computer error unlocked every cell in Block 3. The last place you want something like that to happen. We used to call Block 3 the grave, because all the folk there had one foot in it.
Shelby Oaks was released October 24th, 2025. It was directed by Chris Stuckmann.
Woo!
It was written by Chris Stuckmann and Samantha Elizabeth, and it stars Camille Sullivan as Mia, Sarah Dern as Riley, Brendan Sexton III as Robert, Michael Beach as Detective Burke, Charlie Talbert as Wilson Miles, Keith David as Morton Jacobson, and Robin Bartlett as Norma Miles.
All right, friend. Before we start jumping into spoilers, let's find out what you thought of the movie. This is your movie, so I'm going to ask you first, man. Without spoiling anything, what did you think of Shelby Oaks?
Well, since we're famous for me saying this, once again, I'm going to reiterate that after I saw this movie, after I saw the premiere, the LA premiere of this movie, I went on social medias and I said that Shelby Oaks is the scariest movie that I've seen this year. This was at the beginning of October. And I gotta say, even by the end of the year, I don't think there was another movie that got to me like Shelby Oaks did.
Nice.
I like this movie. Here's the weird thing, though, buddy. This is crazy. So I saw it that time, and I think I gave it 4.5 stars. Then when I watched it again for the podcast, it dropped 0.5 star. I was like, okay, it's good, but I've got some issues with it. Then I watched it again to take notes, and that 0.5 star came back up.
There you go.
It was such a weird experience for me.
Huh. Okay.
So
interesting.
I had issues. The issues went away. I still have other issues. We'll talk about those.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great, fantastic debut from a new director.
Absolutely, yeah. That's awesome.
Andrew, this was your first time seeing Shelby Oaks.
Yes, it was.
What did you think of it?
Buddy, and I got to watch it. I watched it by myself with the lights off at night. So that always makes it even more fun. But I gotta say, man, I'm so impressed and very proud of Chris Stuckmann, someone that we've watched for a very long time on YouTube as a YouTuber that reviewed movies. And to see him get the success and have a producer like Flanagan and have some amazing actors and to create a movie that he's very proud of. I'm very proud of him, and I genuinely enjoyed this movie, buddy. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Will we have quibbles?
Honestly, not really. Yeah, I don't really have like too many I don't have quibbles, I guess.
Interesting. Well, we'll talk about mine. You may have liked it even more than me, so that's interesting.
Yeah. And now, everybody, this is the spoiler warning, which will be followed immediately by our trigger warning. So if you have not seen the movie, you don't want a single thing spoiled for you, this right here, right now, is the point of no return. So feel free to pause this episode, come back after you watch the movie, and listen in to what we have to say. But before we talk to you about the rest of the movie, we'd like to let you know about any major trigger warnings inspired by the website doesthedogdie.com. Nearly every horror movie inherently has triggers, but there are some that we would want you to know about before watching the movie, and we are here to let you know about those. So my first question to you, Scotty, are there any animals in this movie?
There are a few demon hounds in this movie.
That's true. And does anything bad happen to the demon hounds?
No, the demon hounds are alive and well throughout this movie, if you call demon hounds alive. I don't know. Right. Are they ghostly? What are demon hounds?
It's a good question, man. Does anyone really know?
But they don't get hurt.
Good.
However, buddy, we do have to give one big trigger warning.
Yeah.
This movie does have implied sexual assault.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And that's a spoiler, but it's also something that if somebody is sensitive to that, I would want them to know about it.
Agreed. Absolutely.
So, that said, I've got my phone out. And I've got my orange, lucky, virtual 20-sided die. And I'm going to start rolling it. And what happens when I stop, buddy?
If it lands on an odd number, I do the recap. But if it lands on an even number, Scotty will do the recap. And it's under 3 minutes. So there you go. I'm going to have you stop it right now.
Buddy, the number is 9. You're doing it. You get to do it.
Oh, boy. All right. Oh,
all right,
boy.
buddy. Ooh. So let's see. I was watching a review that Chris Stuckmann did.
Oh, yeah?
Of a movie that we reviewed. I'm not going to tell you what movie that was.
Okay.
But what was crazy is that in the middle of his YouTube video, right in the middle of it, he just stops. He stops talking about the movie and he just looks at the camera with a blank stare for a moment. And he literally just looks at the camera and he says, "I want Andrew to do the 3-minute recap." And then he just continued as if nothing else had happened. It was so weird.
Wow. I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, well, you must not have seen it.
I guess not. I also want to say I don't think the recording is going to pick it up, but after you said that Chris looked in the camera and said me, I heard the meow in the back, and I was like, that's perfect timing.
You know what? If you heard it, then I'm sure the microphone picked it up. So everybody, that was Ziggy the horror cat, making a little cameo in this episode of Fun with Horror.
We should make a cameo for Ziggy, like an actual cameo where people can write in.
Andrew, do not disappoint Chris Stuckmann.
Oh, boy. No pressure. All right.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. time.
Shelby Oaks begins with a mockumentary at the beginning of the movie that is about 20 minutes long, and it's about this group called Paranormal Paranoids, which are YouTubers that vanished in this town called Shelby Oaks, name of the movie. The bodies of 3 of the people were found in a cabin there, and one of the main people, because there's 4 of them, is Riley, and Riley's missing. Riley Brennan is missing. Everyone's wondering what happened to Riley, what happened in that cabin, what happened in Shelby Oaks. We jump to, I believe it's 12 years later. It's a little time later, where Riley's sister is being recorded for the documentary with this group that's doing the documentary, and a man by the name of Wilson Miles shows up during the recording to her house, and he says cryptically, "She finally let me go," and before he takes his own life in front of her. And then it actually jumps to not a documentary anymore. Now we're watching a movie. She reaches down, though, to see that in his hands, he's holding a mini, like a old video, I guess you'd call it, that says Shelby Oaks. So the police come and everything, but she keeps Shelby Oaks, the little tape, with her because she's seen that the cops really haven't done much to help her sister, so she doesn't want them to have it. She's going to kind of figure things out on her own. In this video, we see that the paranormal paranoids actually went to other places before they went missing. There was a prison. There was an amusement park. I think that's it. But during this time, we find out that the guy that took his own life was a crazy guy that was at this prison there for a while. And Riley kind of had some weird feelings about the cell that he was in when they visited there. He would stay in his cell, and he was really creepy and weird. We also find out early on that Riley used to have, in this video, she says something about, I think, the Shadow Man, I think is what the name was. We'll remind everyone later. I can't remember if that's the name. But she's talking about this thing that she had as a kid. She always would see the Shadow Man outside of her windows looking at her at night when she was a kid. And then we also find out that Riley's sister, our main character, by the name of Mia. Thank you. Sorry, I'm looking at all the names. That Mia, at one point, also saw the creature outside the window because she went to stay with Riley in her room one night and saw it staring at her. Eventually, we find out that there's a lot of things that are happening on the occult side of what's going on. Mia does a lot of investigating, and comes across this house kind of in the woods with this lady there who's a little off. And so everything leads to this lady where Mia goes to see her. We come to find out that this lady is actually the man that took his life. In front of Mia, it's his mother. We also see that she finds a book. Mia's looking through all this stuff and finds a book that has pictures of Riley in it. And unfortunately, these pictures show that she got pregnant many times and unfortunately lost babies many times. It's a dark scene. So obviously, Mia knows that Riley's there. She goes to look for Riley. The lady opens up a trap door, essentially, and lets Mia go down. And there is Riley sitting there. Again, this is 12 years after she's gone missing. So she's a bit disheveled. She's in a cage, essentially. Mia eventually gets her out. During this time, though, during some of these scenes, in the shadows in the background, we've actually seen essentially a demon. And so during this kind of final part, if you will, we find out that Riley had a baby, that she actually was able to carry a baby full term, had this baby boy. And this woman is doing a ritual to essentially let sort of the demon, if you will, or whatever, kind of become human, I believe, in this baby, or be possessed, or something along those lines. We'll talk about it. And so she's doing this ritual. She eventually gets stopped. Riley, Mia, and the baby leave. They go home. Riley realizes, though, that this baby is a demon or is something evil about it and tries to take the baby's life. Mia has a scuffle with her. Riley falls out of the window and is essentially eaten by hellhounds. And Mia, as they're holding the baby, we see that the demon, though, is there now and has actually essentially needed a mother figure to watch over this baby and has been watching Mia for quite some time now, or wanting Mia to be this mother figure to this sort of demon child, and kind of grabs her and she is now his. And that's how it ends.
With Mia screaming.
That's true. With Mia screaming.
Realizing the life she's in for now.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's a rough one.
It was rough. But Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah.
You came in just under 3 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I'm sure Chris loved it, but I just want to remind him that we do the 3-minute recap from memory.
Yeah.
We look at character names on a sheet, maybe, but it's all from memory, and we're under pressure because we have to come in under 3 minutes or horrible things will happen to us.
That's true. Mostly to you, but
mostly to me. Yeah,
you
you just get compliments maybe taken away.
Celebrities love me, and bad things come for you. So,
oh, Andrew, let's talk about this movie.
Yay! There we go. We're here. We're here, everyone. We're talking about it now.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Not that we went anywhere, but we're back.
I mean, mentally, I was gone. I checked out, but I'm back.
Emotionally, I was gone.
Oh gosh. I'm so sorry. My 3-minute recap was that bad, everyone.
Yeah, there's actually a long silence. It's like 10 minutes long where Andrew's just like, Scotty, but I just edited it out because it's too depressing.
Yeah, it was a lot. So,
just kidding.
What a bummer.
Just kidding.
No.
There
We're
was
joking.
no silence. Yeah, we're joking. I'm good. I'm fine. Everything is wonderful. So you had no quibbles. That's good.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear yours because, I was really excited to see this too because, like I mentioned in my little spiel, I'm really proud of Stuckmann. I'm really excited for him. So maybe I do have some, but I just let him go. I honestly don't remember. So I need to hear yours because I might, a lot of times I do agree. So what are your quibbles, dude?
I'm also very proud of Chris Stuckmann.
Yes, yeah.
But I also want to be honest about my feelings about the movie.
Yeah.
And it was still one of my top 10 horror movies of last year. So
beautiful.
These are small quibbles. But first I want to talk about a quibble that went away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So this is what I did. After I watched the movie once, because I own the movie on Apple.
Right.
I actually went online and found out that there is a Blu-ray. Actually, I saw a post of somebody posting that they had the Blu-ray, and I was like, oh, there's a Blu-ray.
Nice.
And the Blu-ray has bonus features that are not available on the Apple version. So I bought that Blu-ray.
Nice.
And I watched the commentary. And I got to say, especially if Chris Stuckmann happens to be listening to this, that was one of the best director commentaries I have ever listened to while watching a movie.
Awesome. That's awesome.
It was fantastic. I loved hearing everything that Chris had to say because he didn't really hold back. He held back when it came to, some of the mystery that's behind the movie that, he wants people to come up with for themselves. But as far as how the movie was made and all this, he just went crazy, and that's all he talked about. Awesome. This was a man who has watched many Blu-rays and probably lots of commentaries and knew exactly what he wanted to hear in a commentary and put forth that type of commentary when he did it.
I love that. I guarantee you are right because he's watched a lot of movies.
Yeah.
He's talked about a lot of movies. I guarantee that is exactly what it was, which is great. That's perfect. That's what you want.
And I do have a bunch of behind the scenes stuff that he mentioned in the commentary that I'll mention during this episode.
Yay.
But back to what I was talking about. You know me. You know my pet peeves in movies, my tropes that I don't like. And there was one in this movie, and it was when Mia comes clean to her husband and tells him about the demon in the window that she saw as a little girl. Mm-hmm. And her husband, Robert, immediately tells her that she needs help.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
And for a couple viewings, that bugged the hell out of me because I hate unsupportive family members, friends that just don't believe the person.
Right.
And he went to the other extreme, like, you need help. I don't want to deal with this, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But Chris Stuckmann, in his commentary, mentioned something that never really struck me before, which is going to lead to another quibble.
Ooh, okay.
But he said that, look, it's been 10 years. Robert has been living with Mia's obsession with Riley and missing Riley for 10 years.
Right.
Everything leads to or points to the idea that she's probably dead because the other three were killed on camera.
Right.
Or were found dead. Sorry, nobody has seen that camera, but they were found dead. So everybody pretty much thinks Riley's dead except for Mia.
Right.
So Robert has been sticking with Mia for this whole time for 10 years. And after 10 years, I still don't like him as a person for doing this, but he wants out. He's tired of this. And when she tells him that she saw a demon at their window when she was a little girl, that gave him his out. And he's like, I'm out. Like, you need help. I'm out of here. It kind of gave him his excuse because they were having problems and he wanted out of the marriage.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like, for the movie, I get that.
Yeah. I still didn't like it. Now, let me ask you something. Because I've seen the movie 3 times and maybe I'm just oblivious to something. Was it clear to you that it's been 10 years since they went missing and their bodies were found?
I knew it had been a while. I want to say, did it show, or did they mention it in like the mockumentary at the beginning or something? I thought it was said somewhere, like they said since the 10 years or whatever it's been, but I might be wrong. I don't know. I thought that they said it though.
They might have, and I'm sure they did, and I just missed it. But if so, then my quibble might be that it's such a small throwaway thing that they don't make it super clear in the movie that it's been 10 years.
Right.
So, like, when the movie portion starts, when the mockumentary is over and the movie begins, it always hits me. Like, it's always a little bit of a shock when they start talking about, it's been 10 years.
Right. Right.
And I'm like, oh, she's been gone 10 years.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, at the beginning, the first time I saw the movie, and I think it was all the way until Mia goes to Norma's house and she's looking in the book, and I'm like, wait, how long has it been?
Oh.
Like, Riley has gotten pregnant and miscarried this many times? How long has it been? And then, like, I was like, 10 years. Okay. All right.
I get that. Yeah, I feel like, and the fact that I can't remember too does tell me that it probably was a very quick line, if it was even a line. I don't remember. I feel like they do mention it though, right before the guy comes and takes his own life. I feel like someone mentions it at that point or says something. But I agree with you. Yeah, they don't say it much beforehand.
The only other thing that it's more of a personal taste, it's not a fault of the movie, is that I'm not a huge fan of the reveal that Riley has been essentially assaulted multiple times by Wilson. Of course, obviously the demon is making him do it, whatever. But just that's the MacGuffin, that's the whole reveal, that this poor girl has been just sexually assaulted over and over and has had all of these miscarriages of these babies that were unsuccessfully brought into the world.
Yeah.
And then, I know it's dark and I know it's meant to be dark.
Right.
But, oh man, it just makes me so sad that after everything she goes through, she's killed in such a horrific way at the end by the demon hounds. Like, Jesus, like Riley, poor Riley.
I agree with you. It's not, I knew what they were going with, but the second I started seeing the pictures, I was like, ugh, I don't feel good. Like, this is a lot right now. And then, they don't come out and say it, but seeing the picture, you use your imagination. I'm like, I don't want to do that work. Like, I don't want to imagine this either. Like, I don't like that. So I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
No, I mean, it's clear what happened. I mean,
Right.
they don't leave much to the imagination. And then when Mia goes up the stairs, follows Riley up the stairs, she sees the mattress with the shackles on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And stains on the mattress. And, so it's a choice. It is a plot device. It's a choice.
Right. Right.
I don't love it. I just don't love that type of plot device in a movie.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with you on that one. I agree.
So it's hard for me to call that a quibble. Like I said, it's more of a personal preference. It's not a fault of poor writing or whatever. It's just a decision made by the writer that I'm not a fan of. That's it.
Yep, I agree. I agree with you 100% on that one, buddy. I'm right there with you.
Now, that said, I love the rest of this movie.
I agree. I agree. I thought it was really cool because I didn't know much about it on purpose. Because I genuinely, as I started watching, I went, oh, this is a mockumentary. I didn't know that. I had no idea it was going to be a mockumentary because it's like 20 minutes of kind of a documentary.
Did you think that it was found footage at all or anything? Or did you just think it was a movie?
I thought it was a movie. I thought there was like some found footage in it is what I gathered. But that was about it. When it started as a mockumentary, I was like, oh, okay, wow, I was totally wrong. This is like a documentary, the whole thing, but it wasn't. But I thought it was cool to give us that much time of it's like 20 minutes or something like that of a documentary. Yeah. And then we jump into it, and I was on board with it. I thought it was a cool choice, and I liked it.
I was very shocked when Wilson showed up at the door and then shoots himself.
Yeah. Me too. That was a way to end that mockumentary part with a bang.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
And then you have
I know. I didn't love that, but I was like, it's the phrasing works.
It was low hanging fruit.
It really was.
You grabbed the apple out of the Garden of Eden.
I did. Sinner.
Sinner. But yeah, that did actually kind of surprise me. I'll be honest. Like when I saw that, this movie wears its influences on its sleeve. These are all things that we've seen before in movies, but Chris did them extremely well.
Agreed. Yep.
Okay, there is one other quibble. I have. One other quibble, and I have to bring this up because I do not dislike the actor.
Okay.
I love Brendan Sexton III.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I've loved him in lots of things. He's a quirky dude when he's acting. He was amazing in Empire Records. Come on.
Right on. Oh, yeah, dude.
But I didn't love him in this movie. I didn't believe, I don't know. I know that they're estranged and that their marriage is failing, but I never really felt like they were even, I don't know. Maybe I didn't feel chemistry between him and Camille Sullivan as Mia.
Right. But I mean, I guess that works though, because I get what you're saying, but I'm like, I guess that works because they aren't. There's no chemistry.
And I could see how it would work. But I just don't like when I look at them, when I see a couple like that in a movie, I want to see a couple and I want to believe that at one time they were happy.
I get you.
And that they were meant for each other and that they were in love and just loving life, and then things just went bad.
Right.
And I didn't feel that at all.
Yeah, I agree with you. I get that. I didn't feel it either.
I do love Brendan Sexton III, just maybe not in this movie.
Gotcha.
I kind of wish somebody else had been cast.
Hey, totally fair, man.
Because you know what?
What?
I loved Camille Sullivan. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
She deserves so much more conversation than she's getting because she was incredible in this movie.
I agree. She had to do quite this, pretty much every emotion you can think of in this movie. I mean, but did it well. It wasn't like there was moments where I was like, okay, she's forcing it. She did it well the entire time. There was nothing that made me not believe what she was going through.
Yeah, she's amazing. When she's acting scared, I believed so much that she was scared. She didn't look like somebody acting scared. She looked like she was terrified.
Agreed. I had that same note. I thought, like, we've seen some movies like that where you're like, that's acting. But this one, I it almost felt like someone was really scaring her, like, behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like there was someone just doing something weird or crazy to make her scared because she did such a good job.
Chris Stuckmann said a lot of amazingly nice things about her because, he felt as well that she was the heart of this movie.
Yeah.
Evidently, the first day that they were shooting her, I believe, was the mockumentary, her interview.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And it was basically, I think it was the first real day of shooting, period. She's got this long documentary interview to do.
Right.
Chris said that she came onto set and she was so prepared that she did it in one take.
Oh my gosh.
And it was perfect. Wow. And I don't know if they did more takes than just that one, but the first take was flawless.
Wow, that's cool. That's impressive. That's really cool.
And Chris said that the crew was ecstatic because they finished shooting the first day. They finished 5 hours early and everybody got to go home. And everybody was excited because that's unheard of on a first day of shooting.
That's amazing. Way to step it up. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. That's really cool.
The other cool thing, and this has to do with her acting as well, is when she's watching the videotape, Riley's tape of Shelby Oaks.
Yeah.
So she is talking to Chris, and she's like, I just want to know everything I'm reacting to. And he's like, oh, no, we have the tape. We already made it.
Oh.
So Chris had already filmed all of Riley's stuff and all the paranormal paranoid stuff. And he had the tape all edited together that Mia would be watching. So when she's reacting to the tape, she's watching that actual video and reacting to it.
That's cool. I love that. I love that a lot. Again, this is someone that has seen how things are done and knows what to do to make life a little bit easier, I feel like, for the people involved. Because he's watched everything. He's seen every document or behind the scenes, so he gets it. And I'm like, I respect that. I think that's how you're going to get a great performance. So well done. And I love hearing this too, because I'm like, whatever his next movie is, because obviously he's going to be making more, I hope they work together again. Because, like Flanagan, who produced this, he uses a lot of the same people because they have great chemistry together. So it'll be cool if they get to work. We see them as a team again.
The first time I saw this movie, like I said, it was the LA premiere. Chris Stuckmann was there, did a Q&A, and it was fantastic. But the other cool thing was that the whole cast was there.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
They didn't do a Q&A, but they were there to watch the movie and to be a part of the premiere. I will say that as I got up and I was walking, I saw Camille. Like she was coming out of her aisle and she was right next to me, and I was just like, stars in my eyes. I was just like, oh my God. And I'm pretty sure I said, you are incredible. And she said, thank you. But I was just like, wow, you are, like, there was this aura. Like, she's amazing.
Yeah,
I can't say enough good things about Camille Sullivan. My God.
Yeah. You know what? I hope she listens to this because she deserves all the praise, all the compliments.
All the praise.
All the praise.
My God. So the demon's name is Tyrion.
Yes, thank you. I had that. I was trying to find the notes for the name, but I couldn't find it. So thank you.
What did you think about them showing Tyrion so many times?
So this is a fun one for me because we've talked about this many a time on this podcast where typically, for the most part, whenever they show the creature, it's sort of like, okay, it's a little less scary, or it's a little less like when you have that mystery, you're kind of like, ooh, what's going on? I'm a little intrigued. I'm a little freaked out. But this one for me worked. I liked seeing him in the shadows, and it's not every shadow, it's not every time, but like you said, periodically you see him standing in the corner or whatever. I liked his design, I liked his look, and I liked that it was, you see him, but it almost gave you kind of like, if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't have seen it. You know what I mean? Like, you could pretty easily because he's there. But for someone that, I don't know, if they weren't watching, they might go, wait, what? There was what? And I liked that. I liked that there was still kind of a little mystery there. But I loved his design, and because I loved his design, standing there in the corners and not moving, not doing anything, I was like, "Oh, I like this. This is eerie, and I appreciate it." So I liked it. What about you, man?
Chris did the thing. Like, he did the thing that we've talked about, where he puts something in the background that you can totally miss.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when she's watching the videotape and the tape ends and it goes blank and you see the reflection, you're meant to really clearly see Terry in there. But Chris said that they did that different ways. One take where she screams and one take where there's like, duh, a noise. But they went with the silent, like there's silence. And I love that.
Yeah.
He's just standing there, there's silence, and then she's like scared and looks over. And then you see like the window cracking. But then there's also the part in the prison when she's in the prison and she's sitting there. I think she's, I forget what she's looking at, but she's looking at something and there's just one shot of her and Tyrion is standing in the corner, in the back, in the shadows.
Yep.
And there's no other call out to him. He's just there.
Yes. I love it.
And then, of course, there's Norma. Norma in the attic, and when she's, like, doing the stuff, like, Tyrion's right behind her.
Yep.
Again, he's out of focus. They don't specifically shoot the camera at him and say, look, there he is.
Right, yeah.
They're like, you see him, he's there. But the focus is on Norma. And it's like, such great decisions by Stuckmann.
Agreed. That's what I liked about it, too, is that we don't get the big sound effects or the big, like, look. They're not holding our hands in this one, which I appreciate. I don't need him to. If I see it, I go, oh, that's a good one. That's cool. And if I miss it, then we have these conversations where if maybe someone listening to this missed it, they can go, oh, what? And then go back and watch. That's great. I like that there's not that, like you said, look, there he is. We don't get that. We don't need it.
And I'm sure there will be people out there that disagree with us, that think that the movie did hold hands a little bit by showing Tyrion so much. Mm-hmm. But I'm like you. I like the fact that they showed him. I actually dug it big time. The prison cell, again. So the fact that you see him behind her, when she is outside of the prison cell, and there's just darkness in the cell and you hear the footsteps coming towards her. Yeah. So the fact that we just saw him and we saw how huge he is, that made that moment scarier to me.
Agreed. I absolutely agree with you there.
I will say that the jump scare with the demon dog was a little bit blatant.
Yeah, I agree.
But the thing that saves it is Tyrion's hand coming out and grabbing the dog.
Yes, agreed. I agree. It was great.
I was just like, oh my God, that was amazing.
It works. It works. I agree.
I like the fact that if you watch the first time Norma's watching the video, sorry, not Norma, Mia. The first time Mia's watching the video, if you watch, Tyrion is behind Riley in that one scene. And then later when Mia's watching the video again and she sees Tyrion behind Riley. Yep. I like the fact that you see him earlier too. So.
No, like I said, this is a rare one for me because usually I don't like that, but it worked really well. So my question for you, because I know, when you did the comment of scariest movie you've seen, and I know that you don't like, or that you like it, but one of those creepy moments in movies is like the darkness. What's kind of in there? Was there any other scenes besides the jail cell that kind of got you like that, where you went, ooh, that's creepy? Because the jail cell was the one for me where I was like, ooh.
I think a lot of it was the idea, especially with the little girls, that they were little girls in this bedroom at night. They thought that Riley was having just plain night terrors, but she was actually literally seeing a demon standing at her bedroom window. That terrifies me.
That's fair.
That scared me. Yes, the prison, the amusement park at night.
Yeah.
Mia did things that I would never be able to do.
That's fair.
I mean, just the fact that she remembers what she saw in the bedroom as an adult, and she sees that videotape, and she sees Tyrion in the background behind Riley. Mm-hmm. And then she's sitting out on her porch reading a demonology book. Like, what? I would be terrified.
I had that same thought when she was outside. I was like, why are you outside? Go in and lock your door and close your curtains. Like, you're out of your mind. Yeah.
So it's interesting. The first time I saw the movie, I was really tense through a lot of it, and certain things scared me. Just my imagination, what it would be like to be in those situations, maybe.
Sure.
Like Riley's whole paranormal paranoids, like that was scary to me. Being in that cabin in the woods, come on, man.
Yeah. Going to an abandoned jail, like things like that I'm with you. That's creepy. I'm not doing that. No.
But here's the interesting thing, buddy. The second time I watched the movie, which was for this podcast, for the first time I watched it for the podcast, it was my second viewing. The movie didn't scare me as much.
Okay.
And I was like, maybe it was just, first viewing kind of scares, whatever.
Right.
But then the crazy thing is that the third time I watched it, it started to get to me again. I was getting creeped out again.
That's awesome.
I don't know what the hell happened, but I was literally getting creeped out sitting on my couch on a Friday night watching this movie. And I was like, I love this. This is the third time I've seen the movie, and my scare factor went down my second time, but is now back up. And this movie is creeping me out again.
I love it. Oh, that's good. So I'll say one of the things that freaks me out. We've talked about things that scare us, but I don't know if I feel like I brought this up a few times, but windows scare me. Windows freak me out. Even when we first moved into the place we're at now, there weren't curtains and we have a big glass kitchen door that goes outside, and we didn't have curtains, and I hated it. Like, honestly, the first couple nights where we didn't have curtains, I was like, I don't want to be downstairs. I do not like this. I don't want some weirdo outside watch me that I can't see or can see. That's creepy. And so there was a couple moments in this movie where, at least one, where they kind of show them as kids, and you see them. I think it's Riley looking at the window, and we don't see anything. But I sat there and I had my face kind of turned just a little because I was like, something's going to be there. And it didn't show it. And I was like, okay. And then at the end of course, we do see it. But I'll be honest, there was a moment there where I was like, I don't want to look at the screen right now. Like, I don't like this.
I got something to tell you about the window. But first, you made me think of something.
Yeah.
So people may know I came to visit you the day after Christmas. I spent that weekend with you. And the first night, I spent the night at your house. Now, you know what scares the hell out of me, buddy?
What's that?
The bottom floor of a 2-story house in the middle of a night.
I get you.
Do you remember that when we were downstairs and before we went to bed, I was like, can we leave the Christmas tree lights on, and stuff, just so I can see if I need to go to the bathroom down here?
I do remember that.
Yeah, that's also because I would have been terrified to go downstairs by myself and it was dark down there. That's why Paranormal Activity scares me, because outside their bedroom door is stairs leading down into this dark living room. 2-story houses scare the hell out of me, I guess.
I get you. Yeah, I totally get that. I think for me, I'm trying to remember, because I've been here long enough that now I'm like, I don't know. It's just, I know where everything's at. I know my paths and stuff.
Sure.
But I have a feeling the first few nights, that's totally true. The first few nights is the same thing. It's like, downstairs is creepy. I don't know what's there.
Even a big house, a big single-story house, if I'm in that house by myself or everybody's in one side of the house and I have to go to the other, man, when I went home to Florida one time, my mom was staying somewhere else, and she's like, you can stay in my house if you want. It's my mom, ladies and gentlemen. And I said, Mom, I would not be able to sleep in that house by myself, because I would be terrified to be in her big-ass house by myself. Right. I don't know, man. It's the dark. The dark scares me.
I get you. You merely adopted the dark, but I was born in it, so
my God. Why didn't you do it in his voice?
You merely adopted the dark, but I was born in it.
You
I
were
don't
a little
know.
more you were more excited than he was, but it was still fantastic. I love it.
Thanks, buddy.
So also, as everybody knows, I'm a little stupid.
Stop.
I am
Stop.
when it comes to certain things in movies.
No.
Something I caught on to in my second viewing of this movie that I didn't catch on to in my first viewing.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. In my first viewing of the movie, full theater, full audience, like packed everybody. It was so cool when a couple times when the camera showed the window and the cracks would appear, people kind of like went, oh, because the crack was so loud at one point. Like,
Sure.
It was like, tink.
Yeah.
I guess I was distracted by that and how creepy it was that there were cracks appearing in the window and that. But in my mind, I was just like, oh, the demon's near. And that's just showing that the demon's near. And that's why cracks are appearing in the window, because he's near.
Mm-hmm.
It took me 2 viewings to realize that from a very young age, from when they were little girls, Tyrion was slowly cracking that window so that at the end of the movie, when they're there, because he knew that that would happen later in life, and he was weakening the window so that when Riley fell against it, she would fall out the window.
I did not catch that until you just said that, buddy.
Yes, I'm not the only stupid one.
Yeah, I didn't. I agree. I had the
Just
same
kidding.
thought of you. No, it's true. I had the same thought where it was like, oh yeah, the demon is. It's just showing that that's brilliant.
Yeah, no, he was weakening the window.
Oh my gosh, because we know that he's planning everything. Obviously, like as we're watching, we know that he's so.
Yeah.
Of course he was.
And that's the whole big reveal of the movie. Like, there's the reveal of what happened to Riley and where
Right.
she's been. But the actual reveal of the movie is that Tyrion was not just watching Riley. He was setting everything up for Mia.
Right.
And he was watching Mia this whole time.
And it was, and I didn't mention this on 3-minute recap, and one thing that's, I mean, it's a plot point is that Mia can't have kids. That's a big part of this. She's unable to have kids. So, but it's probably, again, it's likely the demon is causing this, so that she can be the mother, if you will, of this spawn of Satan.
Yeah.
this demon child. Yeah.
Chris Stuckmann mentioned this in the commentary, and I agree with him. An idea that scares him, that terrifies him about this story, is the idea that Mia saw this thing in the window as a young girl.
Right.
And for the rest of her life, just kind of wrote it off as like her imagination or a dream or whatnot.
Right.
And then as an adult, much later in life, realizes that it was actually really a demon this entire time.
Yeah.
And that's also scary to me. The fact that this demon was watching her entire life.
Yeah.
And it was more apparent to Riley. Riley saw it as well, but it was watching Mia, and Mia had no idea. That's scary to me, man.
Not only is that scary, but also if you're thinking back to times you were scared as a kid, going like, that was just my imagination. And then as an adult, after watching this, you're like, well, was it?
Yeah.
Huh? You know, I think that's a great way to play this out, Chris Stuckmann. Well done.
Luckily, I don't have any of those moments. The only thing that I remember as a kid was we had a wood pile in the backyard, and my dog, I remember clearly as I was a little kid, our dog was barking in between the logs in the wood pile. And I went and I was like, what are you barking at? And I looked down this, like, in this hole, and it was completely dark, but I saw 2 eyes looking at me. And that scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. Later in life, I realized that it was a cat, probably, you know?
Right. Or
maybe a demon.
see? Thanks to this movie, you'll never know now.
You'll never know. Okay, let's talk about somebody else in this movie because it's most everybody's favorite character. What did you think of Norma?
Oof, Norma. Well, first of all, and let me credit where credit's due. Let me make sure I say her name, this actress.
Robin Bartlett.
Thank you. Robin Bartlett. Phenomenal. She was scary. she freaked me out. The second we first saw her, I was like, oh, I don't she scares me, and not not the actress, just how she just had that demeanor. She played it so well that I just went, ugh, I don't. She's off. Like, there is something eerie about her. I don't like this. So again, credit where credit is due. I think she played it phenomenally.
Yeah, it wasn't subtle.
No, not at all. No, you're right. You're right. But it just, I got the, like, you just get the heebie-jeebies. You're just like, I don't like it.
Well, your heebie-jeebies are already up because Mia has just gone to this prison where this demon created a prison riot where supposedly inmates were tearing each other limb from limb. And she saw a demon dog and then a demon. And then she goes to this abandoned amusement park in the middle of the night. Like, what?
Yeah.
And then she sees the demon hound. And the demon hound leads her to the house.
Yeah.
And it's this house in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of these woods.
Yeah.
And then she comes upon the house, and the house is creepy. The house has little Tyrian symbol-shaped tombstones made of sticks where we find out later that those are where all the miscarried babies are buried.
Yes.
Ugh.
Good. Yeah. Brutal.
But yeah, and then she sees Norma, and she's like, is that your dog? And Norma's like, little he comes around here, and oh my God, so good.
Yeah. Yep. She played it so well, dude.
But I mean, I was waiting for Norma because I had heard, not seen, but I had heard the trailer.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Every time I went to see a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, they played the Shelby Oaks trailer beforehand. Every time I closed my eyes. But every time I heard that line where she says, are you alone here? And Norma goes, nope. And it's just like, oh, it's such a great line.
It is. It is so good.
But that whole house, right?
Yo, dude.
The black mold everywhere.
Everything was awful about it. It felt, you know what it felt like was Silent Hill. It reminded me of like when everything kind of goes to the crapper and you're like in the worst part. It gave me that vibe where you're like, uh-oh. This is bad. This is icky. Like, it just is so creepy and gross and disturbing. And that's just the house.
I mean, we saw in the prison cell that it seems like the presence of Tyrian causes the black mold to grow.
Yeah. Yep.
But also just the black mold, like even thinking of it right now, my throat gets like all itchy. But just Mia being in this house with this filth. It just made me so uncomfortable, and I loved it. It was so well done by Chris.
Yeah, it gave you a claustrophobic feeling. It felt claustrophobic. Yeah.
Good one.
Thanks, buddy.
And then Norma's eyes glowing when Tyrian is like kind of possessing her in a way, or in control of her. Oh, my God.
Yes. I love after Mia gets Riley, and they go upstairs, and then she looks down, and it's Norma standing there with... It's so good. It's just such a good shot and so creepy.
With what?
With Tyrian behind her, or not Tyrian? Yeah, Tyrian. Tyrian. Sorry, thank you. Behind her. I mean, it's just like it's so creepy. It's such a good shot, though. I love it.
I do too, man. And when she's down there in the cell and she's trying to talk to Riley, and the camera kind of pans down, and you see like Norma, I think it is, on the ceiling above her, looking down. It's just like, ooh, that's creepy. I love it. That was like, we've seen that before, but I still loved it.
It works. It's great. Yeah, it's a good shot.
I do love the fact that Mia leaves the knife on the ground.
Yeah.
But nothing really comes. Well, no, something does come of that. I guess, no, nothing comes of that knife, really, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because I think Norma has another knife in the attic that she uses to slash her wrists and arm.
Yep.
Oh man!
And I love too that Mia and Riley leave. I mean, like she looks down. We get that great shot, and she closes the door, the cellar door. They leave, and then they come back in because Riley wants to go get the baby, and that door is open, wide open. And I was like, ooh, I don't love
that. Does
Riley
want to get the baby though?
Well, or destroy the baby, I guess.
Kill the baby because she knows what it is.
Right.
Such a that whole sequence is great. Every time every time I would get to that part where Mia would reach the house, except for the subject matter that I've talked about before.
All right.
Just the craft of how well all of that was put together is so good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and also something that Chris mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't remember her, so I need to go back and watch it because you know who my favorite director in the world is, Steven Spielberg.
Right, yeah.
Robin Bartlett was in The Fabelmans.
Oh.
She was finishing shooting The Fabelmans when she came to film Shelby Oaks.
Oh, my God.
And Chris said that she literally came from the set of The Fabelmans to the set of Shelby Oaks.
Oh, my gosh.
And it was like somewhat intimidating for Chris because he's like, this actress just came from being directed by Spielberg.
Right. Oh, my gosh.
To come be directed by me. And, you know, I'm like, well, and he said he said to her, you know, I'm not Spielberg, but, and, you know, but she evidently told him that he was doing a good job and stuff. So
that's good. That's great. Yeah, that would be a little, I agree with Stuckmann, man. That'd be tough to be like, oh my gosh, this is my first movie. And you just,
yeah,
that's tough.
The other thing that intimidated Chris Stuckmann a little bit was working with Keith David.
I was going to say, I bet it was Keith. That's awesome.
But he said he was extremely professional, did not make Chris, Chris obviously had this feeling that Keith David would come in and be like, no, I'm going to do it this way, you know? But
right.
He was very receptive to everything that Chris had to say and how Chris wanted the scenes to go.
Awesome.
Oh, but Chris was like, happy. Of course, Chris Stuckmann, big horror movie fan, Keith David from The Thing.
Right, yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
He's just like, I can't believe we got Keith David for this. This is amazing.
I know, when I saw, looking at this movie and everything beforehand, I was like, Keith David, that's a win, man. For your first movie, that's a pretty sweet win. So yeah. It was cool to see him. Good for him, man. That's awesome.
Some behind the scenes I have here, buddy.
Yes.
So you know how this movie came about? Do you know at all?
I actually don't. No.
So this was an idea that Chris and his wife had a while back, and they were just they just wanted to make sketches on YouTube about these paranormal paranoids.
Okay, cool.
The idea evolved into this idea for a movie, and Chris he wanted to make a movie. And it's interesting because he says that they actually shot all of the paranormal paranoids footage a while back, I think before the pandemic.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Or maybe during the pandemic, I can't remember. But they shot that a while back. And then they just started putting it on YouTube with no credits towards them, nothing that had to do, just to see if people would notice. People did. Eventually people started noticing and saying things like, what is this? Like, you know, then they would reach out to certain content creators and have partnerships with them to help spread it a little bit more.
That's cool.
And then this movie was funded on Kickstarter.
That's right. I did know that. I knew that. Yes, that's cool. That's really cool.
It was really hard for Chris to do because Chris doesn't like to ask for money from his audience.
Sure.
Whatnot. I don't know what that's about because I have no problem asking for. I'm just kidding.
Join our Patreon.
Patreon, Fun with Horror.
Money.
No, $2 a month.
We're greedy.
So greedy. Anyway, but it was the most funded horror movie of all time on Kickstarter.
Oh, that's really cool. That checks out.
Another behind the scenes thing that you may not know.
Mm-hmm.
They also shot the documentary stuff first, obviously.
Right. Okay. Which makes sense.
Or no, not the documentary stuff, but like the Super 8 footage.
Right. That makes sense.
And so the two little girls that play the really young Mia and Riley.
Yeah.
Chris got those same two little girls a few years later to play Mia and Riley in the bedroom.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. That's really cool.
So also something that inspired this movie was Chris's what Chris was taught as a kid, and it really resonated with me because I heard the same thing even though I didn't believe it. But Chris was told at a young age that if he even so much as touched the case for The Exorcist at the video store, that a demon would follow him home.
Oh, no. That's a terrible thing. Oh, no. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I mean, but that I remember one of my friends that I grew up with, her mom telling us that if we watched horror movies, it would invite demons into our lives and whatnot. So,
And look at us now.
look at us now, Andrew. Another big star in the movie that you may not have recognized, but when Mia is on the porch and she sees the demon hound,
Yes.
that was the exact same dog that was in John Wick 3.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Right on, man. I got one for you.
Oh, hit me.
Did you know that Chris Stuckmann's wife is in this movie?
I know she helped. She's the co-writer, but wait, where is she in the movie?
In the documentary at the beginning, they're like interviewing people around. She's in the middle of, I think, or she's next to someone, but she's holding a baby, and she says something about the group. Because I've seen her in some of his videos, so the second I saw her, I was like, hey, that's cool.
And that's why the baby, his child, has a credit at the end. Okay.
That checks out. So there
That's
you go.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Another little fun thing is the carving in the tree in the amusement park. So they shot, this is something that is hardly ever able to get done. I don't know grammar, basically what I'm trying to say. This is something that is not, wow.
You got this.
How do I say this, everybody? Everybody at home, just bear with me. This is Scotty learning grammar live. Something that doesn't happen too often in the shooting of a film.
Oof, there you go. Beautiful.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
We got there.
We got there, baby boy. So they carve the initials. Riley carves their initials in the tree.
Right.
So they have filmed that for, all that stuff. And then many months later, they were filming the scene where Mia goes there.
Right.
But it was like a year later, and it was a different season. So there's like growth and stuff on the tree. And the tree was like lived in, and that carving was just still there. Like they didn't have to re-put the carving there. It was still there.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I love how they were able to film this and get things later on. That's awesome. That's really cool.
And now a little bit of a darker one that Chris mentioned.
Oh, boy.
He said that the photo album that Mia finds,
Yeah.
it went through different versions and iterations. And, they wanted to push to see what they could get away with and such.
Right.
Or what felt good in the movie. And he said, there's some brutal stuff in those photos. But he said there were some photos that didn't make it into the movie that were much worse.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm glad that they didn't make it, especially with how I feel about that aspect of the movie.
Yeah. Just using my imagination, I bet a lot of people wouldn't have liked that. I bet that would have been something where people went,
Yeah.
no, I'm not sure I like this movie. That could have definitely taken people out. So yeah.
Yeah, because I know people that were completely taken out by what I just wasn't a fan of.
Right.
Right. I've saw people talking about the movie after they saw it, and they were just saying like, God, that's the thing, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. But, I just wasn't a fan of it. I didn't absolutely despise it. It didn't ruin the movie for me.
Right. Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But then a funny thing that's kind of in the same vein as all that. So Chris Stuckmann's mom got to see the movie early because he had to go to a theater to do a test screening, like to make sure everything was working, that it all looked good, that the sound was good.
Cool.
And he was like, Mom, why don't you go with me? And so he's sitting here watching the movie for technical reasons, making sure everything is working and everything's good. And his mom is sitting next to him watching it for the very first time.
Oh, my gosh.
And he said it got to the end of the movie where Riley is
Right.
killed by the demon hounds. And his mom just like looked at him like she had no idea who her son was.
That's awesome.
And he said he loved it. Like his mom loved the movie, but at the same time, she had this look like who have I raised? Who is this kid?
That's precious, actually. I love that.
One thing I did catch is a tiny little tidbit. At the beginning of the movie, when they are showing the old videos of the little girls,
Yeah.
you're looking at Riley's sketches and pictures and drawings and stuff.
Yep.
There's actually a drawing of, I guess, what we would call the graveyard.
Oh, good one.
So she was seeing the future in her dreams.
That's awesome. That's actually a really cool.
It's cool, but it's also terrifying because whereas Mia wasn't aware of this demon watching her, Riley was aware and was seeing visions in her dreams of maybe things that were going to happen later in life.
Ugh. And the graveyard, though, too. Like, that's her. Ugh. Ugh. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because it's a picture of like the Tyrian symbol markers, grave markers and stuff.
Gosh. Ugh.
Okay, I got a cool thing for you now, though, buddy.
Oh, good. Okay.
A cool thing. Yay.
Yay.
The second time I watched the movie.
Yeah.
I'm watching the videotape that Mia's watching. And you can see little glitches happen in the videotape and whatnot.
Right.
It is not easy to freeze frame and pause an Apple TV.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I found that.
There's no frame forward, frame backward. It's just you have to like sit there and go like unpause, pause, unpause, pause. But I knew that there was something there in one of the glitches. And it's so cool, dude. I finally, after like 10 minutes of sitting there pausing and unpausing it, trying to find that frame, I finally stopped on it. I'm going to send you a text right now.
Well, now that you have the Blu-ray, though, does your Blu-ray player remote let you do that? That might be...
No, it doesn't.
Rats. But yes, I want to see. Okay. That's... Whoa.
Yeah, so it's a single frame. You have to pause it at the right moment or step through it frame by frame if you have a Blu-ray player that does it.
Yeah.
But it's, for everybody listening, it is a photo, like one still photo of the paranormal paranoids with Wilson.
Yeah.
At the amusement park. So they had met Wilson and took a picture with him.
That's so creepy.
Isn't it?
Oh, that's so good, though. Oh, I love that. And I love, too, that it isn't like, if you pause it and it's the demon's face. Like, this is a great, like, you still get that feeling of like, oh, but without the like, oh, okay, it's a demon. That's great. That's a great one. Oh, I love that. That's really good. That's creepy.
I posted that to our Instagram story on Fun with Horror, and I tagged Chris, and Chris sent me a little heart.
Yay!
So Chris Stuckmann and I are basically best friends now, is what I'm saying.
You know what I'm thinking, though? I really do wonder. I mean, this is his first movie, so I wonder if we do, because you tag people when you post these, if he will actually listen. I could see him doing it, man.
Chris, if you're out there, we love you.
We love you, Chris. We've loved you for many a year, friend.
I'm gonna praise Chris Stuckmann right now. So everybody, I'm about to, and this is all true though. This is how I've always felt.
Yeah.
The reason I am so proud of him, and the reason I've always loved his stuff, is I was a big fan of Roger Ebert.
Oh yeah,
back in the day. At a certain point, I really started to love his reviews because I realized I didn't have to agree with him to appreciate what he was saying about a movie.
Sure.
But I also love the way he expressed his opinion about movies, whether I agreed with it or not.
Right.
Chris Stuckmann is honestly the only movie reviewer since Roger Ebert that I have felt the same way about.
Wow. That's awesome.
He's honestly my favorite film reviewer out there, even though he doesn't review as many films. I watch his favorite movies of the year every year to see what he liked and whatnot. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. So I'm so proud of him, and I'm so glad that I got to see him in person doing a Q&A, and I'm so glad Senpai noticed me on Instagram.
I agree with you though. He's been someone I've watched for years, and he's one of those guys that just he loves the craft. And you can tell when you listen to his reviews, because it's not just someone that's doing this to like make a buck. It's someone that genuinely loves film, that appreciates film, that does the research because they love it. And so I agree. It was when I saw that he was getting a movie made, I was genuinely proud as well. I was like, good for him. This is someone that loves film and should be making movies. And so the fact that he is fantastic. Good for him. Proud of him.
Now, moving on from Chris, though.
Yes.
Let's talk about the music real quick.
Yeah, man.
As we do. What did you think of the music?
You know, you know me. I have such a hard time, man. I'm trying to remember.
So the music didn't stand out to you?
It didn't. I know it was there, but I can't like think of a tune. You know what I mean?
That's okay.
It's not coming to me. So
that's okay. That is totally fine.
I'm so bad with that.
Don't worry about it, buddy.
Okay.
So the cool thing, though, is that the composers for the score to this movie, we got two different composers. First and foremost is the Newton brothers, who do all of Flanagan's stuff.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
But James Burkholder, and Chris talked about him in the commentary, James Burkholder, he's the main credit on the score.
Okay.
It's like music by James Burkholder and the Newton brothers.
Okay. Very cool.
I guess James has helped the Newton brothers on a lot of their scores already and stuff. So
cool.
He kind of took the forefront of this one. And Chris said this guy went above and beyond. And
awesome.
As an example, he said that James would be at the mixing stage every day, all the time, you know, helping with the sound mix and the music. Chris told this story about one day where they were watching, and Chris was like, it would be nice if we had like this little piece of music here that we don't have. And James literally left the scoring stage or the mixing stage, went home, and came back after lunch, and he had recorded that piece of music that Chris was wanting.
That's awesome. That's very cool. I appreciate that.
So Chris was very, very thankful for James Burkholder. So
very cool. Good for James, man.
Now, what I think of the score, it's back and forth. I think it's a good one. I like this one.
Good. Okay. Yeah.
I especially like the music at the beginning that they composed for the mockumentary stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
There's some really good music there. And then there's also some really good music near the end of the movie. There's obviously a lot of atmospheric type music.
Sure. Yeah.
Without a memorable melody, but it's different in this movie than the ones that I don't love. I really like the music.
Nice. Yeah.
And I enjoyed listening to the soundtrack after I saw it. So
nice. This is one I'll have to listen to after this.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, man.
Are you ready for 3 questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Who would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3.
Question number 1, my friend. What was the best death/kill in Shelby Oaks?
Buddy, this one's easy. Because there is a quick moment in the videotape that Mia's watching when Wilson comes in and kills the paranoids.
Yes.
And he is literally ripping the face off of one of them. It's so hard to tell what's happening the first time or two that you see it. But definitely the second viewing, I sat there and I rewound it real quick. And I was like, what is happening there? And I was like, oh my God, his face is being ripped off. That is so cool looking.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite. That's the one that I thought was the best killer death. What about you?
That's awesome. I agree. That was an insane thing. I mean, I have to go. It's awful, and I hate to do it, but like...
No.
Riley's death, man. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. I'm not saying I like it, but like, what a way to go. Like you said, I mean, all is awful, and then to have dogs. Not even dogs. Hellhounds. Dogs from hell get you. Like, that's brutal. I don't mean for it to be the best. Like, I enjoyed it. I mean, it was just like, it's going to stick with me for a while.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I know. I'm so sorry. You know what? It's probably
Question
'cause
number 2. Hit me with the second question.
I need
I'm
to
done
stop
with this.
touching Exorcist VHSs. I'll tell you that much. Question 2.
No, I love that. Sorry.
No.
Let me go back.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love that answer.
Thank you.
I agree that it's a very memorable death. It's just, man, it's just way too dark and brutal for me, man. I got to go with the face ripping off. Because
much
that's
happier.
not dark and brutal at all.
It's a much happier kill.
It's more fun. I mean,
That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, it's not fun, but it's like it's a part of the movie where you're like, "Woo, it's scary, it's fun. Oh, he's ripping his face off. Yay." I don't know, man.
I love it. Gosh, horror movies are great.
Yes, they are.
Question number 2. Was this movie scary?
Some say that it's the scariest movie of 2025.
Yes.
I'm not going to go into this. We talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
And I loved talking about this during the episode. But yes, this movie creeped me out very much. What about you, buddy?
You know, I will say it's scary. There was some creepy moments in this movie. Like I said,
Windows.
I was gonna say the windows, man, freak me out. So I thought the demon looked great, but was still creepy. I love the shadows. So yeah, I would say if people, you know, again for people that haven't watched this and just want to listen to the podcast, if you don't like demons, this is a scary one. This is a scary movie. So heads up.
Or it's not. Because there's plenty of people. I mean, if you go look at the posts on Neon that show our quote, there's plenty of people in the comments that are like, "Ugh, it's always got to be the scariest movie of the year. This wasn't scary at all."
Those are just bots.
Yeah, they're just bots.
They're just bots trying to cause people to get mad. All right, my friend. Question number 3. Did you have fun with horror?
I had a lot of fun with horror. I loved my experience with this movie. All 3 viewings. Seeing it at the premiere with the Q&A with Stuckmann. Also seeing how tall he is. My God.
Right? I didn't know until I saw a comment on YouTube that they're like, he's like 6'4" or something, 6'5". I was like, what? Stuckmann?
Yeah, he's a tall dude.
That's crazy.
My second viewing, not being as creeped out and maybe thinking that my rating was down half a star. And then my third viewing where the half a star went back up and I was creeped out again. And I was like, no, I do love this movie. So yes, I had lots of fun with horror. Andrew, did you have fun with horror?
I sure did. I did, man. This was a fun movie. And again, this is exciting to see that this is just his first movie. So I'm excited to see where we go from here because this was fun. And I look forward to the next one too.
I just had a realization, buddy.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here staring at you for this entire episode, and you've got a backwards baseball cap, right?
I do. Yeah, which I never do. But yeah.
But I can't see the bill of the cap behind your head. No, don't turn it around. Turn it. Dude. Okay. Because in the Zoom window,
Yeah.
okay, it looks like a beanie, and you look just like Hooper in Jaws.
Oh, wow. That's high praise. I'll take that.
The glasses, the beard, you look like Hooper.
That
Shelby Oaks.
Shelby Oaks and Jaws.
Jesus.
What?
Don't you feel that?
No, I feel what?
Cold.
Andrew, that was Shelby Oaks.
Yeah, it was.
In 2026, we have done 2 It movies, and we've done Shelby Oaks from 2025.
Nice.
We've also done a Friday the 13th episode by the time people listen to this episode.
True.
However, it's your pick, so what are we watching next, my friend?
Well, it was between 2. We will do both. I can promise you this. At some point, we will do the one that I'm not picking. Because I
Okay.
will pick it.
We'll see.
We will. But
You never know what happens with Fun with Horror, man. Because
true.
there's movies that I said a long time ago, yeah, we'll do that one, and we still haven't done it. Because new movies come out, what have you, blah, blah, blah.
that's true. That's true. Well, how about this? So, like you said, 2026, we've done an interdimensional being. We've done a slasher. We've done a demon. Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Slasher.
Yeah. Thank you.
We've done a demon. You know what we haven't done yet? An alien.
What? An alien?
Let's do Predator Badlands.
Oh, interesting.
We're going to do Predator
Fine
Badlands,
choice.
buddy. Yeah. Yeah. I've been wanting to see this for a while, and you have bought it, and I am excited.
Well, there we go. Predator Badlands. Now, this may not be exactly a horror film.
Right.
But we did do Prey.
We did.
So it only makes sense that we continue with the next Predator sequel in the movie series.
I know, and maybe at some point we'll have to, maybe for the Patreon, we'll have to do like a one about Hunter of Hunt, or what's it called? Predator Hunter of Hunters, or whatever.
The anime?
Yeah, it's great, dude. That movie's awesome.
Never seen it. I've
Ooh.
never seen it. Maybe I will watch it as research for this coming episode.
You should. It was way better than it ever should have been. It's incredible. It's incredible.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Well, there we go. Predator Badlands.
Woohoo! Let's do it.
All right. Starring Dakota Fanning.
That's right.
Wait, Elle Fanning.
No,
Elle Fanning.
yeah, Elle Fanning. That's right. Yep.
Elle
yep,
Fanning.
Yep.
You know, the Fannings.
The Fannings. Well, you know. Elle and Dakota.
All right. Well, I'm excited for you.
Me too. Oh, have you watched it then? Did you already watch it?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out what I thought next episode.
Yeah.
I'm fun with horror.
Horror.
All right. The other thing I'm going to tell you, I've seen a movie,
What'd you
buddy,
see?
and I've seen a 2026 movie, and I've seen 28 years later, 28 years.
Yeah,
Wait,
28
is it
years later.
27?
That's
28 years.
The Bone
Oh
Temple.
my God. The Bone Temple.
Ooh.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. I watched a movie.
Buddy, close your ears. Close your ears.
Okay.
Close your ears. Everybody, I loved it. Okay. What did you see, buddy?
I can't wait for that one, by the way. No, you know what I watched? It was actually, you know what I watched? It was right after I watched Shelby Oaks. I was like, I got the place to myself. I'm watching another movie. I put
What's
on
that?
Running Man. The Running Man.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, the new one. Buddy,
Did you like it?
I loved it.
I loved it.
I loved it so much. The next day, I told my wife when she came back from her trip, I was like, this is great. And she goes, well, I wanted to watch it. I said, let's watch it tonight. I watched it 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row, ladies
2
and
days in a
gentlemen.
row. I never do that. I just thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's awesome. I'm glad you loved it.
Yeah, man. It was fun.
You know what else I watched?
What?
The Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Oh, talk about horror. Oh, my gosh.
You've seen it?
No, I'm too afraid. I've seen clips from it, and I'm like, this is horrifying.
Get on a plane, come to LA, because I bought the deluxe Vinegar Syndrome 4K Blu-ray.
Yes.
And it looks so good. And it's an experience.
I would love nothing more than to do that, because that sounds amazing and also genuinely horrifying.
I honestly thought of you while watching it. I was like, man, I do not want to ask Andrew to watch this on his own, but this would be so much fun for us to watch together.
Yeah, man. Next time.
You know what I love more than Garbage Pail Kids?
What's that?
Movie, though? Our listeners.
Me too.
And I just want to say, everybody, thank you so much. Thank you. This is the ASMR portion of Fun with Horror.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to Fun with Horror.
I'm going to go get some chips and crunch them into this.
I'm going to go get that poppy plastic stuff that they put in boxes with fragile things. And I'm going to go pop, 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 pop. Which reminds me of our episode 2 episodes ago, where Pennywise goes pop, 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 pop.
It made me think the exact same thing.
Andrew.
Scotty.
I love you.
And I love you.
We love you, everybody.
We love you all.
Goodbye.
Bye.
You live alone out here, Norma?
Nope.